Om Jananim Sharadam Devim Ramakrishnam Jagadgurum Padapadme Tayo Shlitva Pranamami Muhurmuhu. Mr. Mukherjee and his friend were taking leave of the master. After saluting him, they stood up. The master also stood up to show them courtesy. Mukherjee smiling, that you should stand up and sit down. Master smiling, but what the harm? Water is water, whether it is placid or in waves. I am like cast off leaf in the wind. The wind blows that leaf wherever it lists. I am the machine and the God is operator. This aspect we saw. I am the machine, you are the operator. Sri Ramakrishna wanted everyone at all times to feel that he is the instrument in the hand of God. When a person thinks himself to be an instrument in the hands of God, he always waits for the divine will to act. His own independent decision taking stops because he is only an agent, not the master. As master wills, so shall the agent move. So anything he wants to do, if he accepts himself to be an instrument in the hand of God, instrument doesn't move by itself. It is made to move by the person who owns it. I have a pen, I want to write, and I can never write if pen itself moves by itself at all times, or sometimes at least. If it moves, I cannot write myself. While writing, it will move here and there. It must be totally subject to the person who operates it. Like that, when a person accepts himself to be an instrument in the hand of God, he can't take any decision by himself, but waits and prays. Lord, this situation has come. What shall I do? Guide my intellect, guide my heart, guide my thoughts and feelings, that I can move according to your will. Then whatever happens in course of his action as reaction, it is acceptable to him because that's also divine will. He has no complaints. He has no repentance. He is not affected by anything that happens in the world, because world is managed by the God. Whatever situations comes in his life, he accepts without a question, or he doesn't feel himself responsible or anything. It is will of God. Situations come, sometimes good, sometimes bad, sometimes favorable, sometimes unfavorable, but he accepts all without a complaint. For everything we have complaints. He doesn't have. He is calm and working without looking at the results. Oh, my master is there. He has asked me to do this. That's all. Just a small work. It gives birth to many, many multiple works. Suppose he wants a child to be brought up, and bringing up children, you know how difficult it is. And just an order of God that he should bring up a child, an orphan, or anybody, or to maintain or keep a family, the whole life is dependent on it. Every day is to go, earn, bring. See that the child's life is safe, he is going in the right path. All this comes into picture. And he has to do everything depending upon God. Lord, guide me, Lord, guide me. Depending upon God and without a complaint. Now child fails in exam, with all efforts, he goes and places the whole thing at the feet of God. Lord, you had given me a child to bring up. I am doing my best to bring him up. But look at him. I sit and spend hours after hours for accomplishing this work. But he goes in his own way. Now, you have to help the way in which you want to lead the child. It is beyond my limits. So, if something happens, he is cautious, he finds no unguarded moments that can slip away from his grip. He is very cautious and totally dedicated to those actions and consciously doing everything, but without getting worried. It is Master's child. Master's will. I am only an instrument. Like that. Whole thing, it is small, one act giving almost a whole life's course. By the time the child finishes its education and tries to settle down his life, 24 years must have passed. Half of the life is over. And make him settle down, make him his own being, taking care of his family and all that. Yet the responsibility doesn't end, because God did not tell, bring him up and make him stand on his own legs. He asked him to take care of the child. Now child is growing. He is family man. This person has become old, but story doesn't end. Till the last he has to inquire, how are you? What do you want? Can I help you in any way? Ask. Whatever you want me to do, I shall do for you. That goes on. So goes a life dedicated to God. Even small things, it looks small things, but it consumes lives. But you are not bound by any karma. No karma is forming because of your actions, because Lord has interfered in your life to take up all the responsibilities. Just a thought, just an acceptance that I am the instrument in the hand of God. And now, for having constantly being vigilant, that no moment of his life goes in vain, and every act that he does, whether earning or cooking and feeding the child, whatever responsibility taking to the doctor when he is sick, everything is a constant, unbroken worship of God. That aspect of his life, that it is not binding but making him evolve slowly. New awarenesses develop in him. What are these new awarenesses? If a man feels of having done everything in the spirit of worship unto God, the world that was bothering him disappears. A world that is demanding his sacrifice, love and compassion stands there. And he sees slowly the world and worldliness disappearing. He sees a new light in which world shines forth again as God, as divine. Every being is divine. The whole world is divine. What could be his awareness and understanding that he would feel when he knows his most beloved God, who he has been seeking constantly, is standing before him in the form of the world and all beings. A new vision indeed. That vision makes him to turn inward and see, who am I? Why did I come here in this universe? What purpose did nature have to bring me here? Why am I here? What made me to come here? Then entering into nature, he finds the whole thing is governed by a law. Nature has its own law. The most important law is the law of cause and effect. Karya Karana Bhava. A combination, a law. Action and reaction are equal and opposite. Good for good, bad for bad. The whole attitude changes. Oh, there is Mother Nature who has brought me here and taking care of me. That new awareness. The world is not only world of material world that was seeing. It is a combination of God's divine presence and on the other side, a conscious power working, maintaining its law and order. How every jiva is bound by that law of cause and effect, the karma, the karmic cycle. Whatever you do, you have to reap. Reap the effects of the cause you have brought up. There slowly, by grace of God, thinking myself to be the instrument in the hand of God, I have escaped from this law. Everything I was doing, I never caused anything to happen because I took up the part of being a instrument in the hand of God. What all was done, it was His doing. The fruits too are His. I have nothing to lose or gain here in this world. There is a shloka in Sanskrit. Yat karomi, yat karishyami, tat sarvam na maya kritam. Tvaya kritantu phalabhuk, tvameva madhusudana. Whatever I have done, I have been doing, and whatever I have done, and I am doing, I will be doing. All that was not done by me. It was done by you, my Lord. Now its fruits are yours. Fruits too are yours. Yat karomi, yat karishyami, tat sarvam na maya kritam. Tvaya kritam tu phalabhuk, tvameva madhusudana. So he sees how just an act, just an understanding, just a resolution within myself that I am not doer. I am only an instrument in the hand of God. I depend for every action to get the force, to get the wisdom, to get the feelings of doing things at His will. Without prayer, He doesn't begin anything of His own to do. Any act, He wants to sweep. Lord, I want to sweep here. I want to sweep your house. Give me the strength, give me the wisdom. I give myself as the instrument in your hand. Operate me from within. So, linking himself to the innermost reality, which is manifesting as life in this body and life in all other bodies. Depending, he does with a constant awareness of offering back all that he does at the feet of God. How does he offer? He offers the action he has done. He is sweeping. Every sweep he is offering. Lord, this work I am offering. I am offering its result. People may praise or blame. I am doing my best with all diligence and sacrifice and dedication. It will be yours, not mine. People will see, move about joyfully here. It will be yours. Your children are moving about. He offers the fruit of the action and it disclaims that he has done this. Kartritva, the doership, I have done, that sense also is offered. All the three, the action, its results, and its doership are offered at the feet of God. Yes, the action is over. Never to bring back to my mind again by any means that I have swept here. After some time, he sees wind is blowing and all dirt he has swept and threw away. He is back on the place and people are coming and scolding for people who are maintaining oh, how dirty these people have kept. He has nothing to say. because everything belongs to God. He cannot say, I swept, I had kept clean, now the wind has brought it back. He doesn't say, because he has never done. God has done. He doesn't say God has done, because he is only an instrument, he has no right to say. He just keeps quiet and he says, I will clean. It never comes from his mouth, I had cleaned here. No, he has already offered it to God. He just says, I shall do it, I shall do it. And peacefully runs and brings this broomstick and again begins to sweep. So this is the offering. How will it bind him? Every act of his is a worship unto God, and he is on the path of evolution, not in the path of involution. We see nature of the people, where they are going to. Their nature shows that smallest ego. I am there, I am here, I am this, I am that. Every bit is binding. It is like every hair of yours is made iron and tied to the ground. Somebody is tying every hair on your body to the ground, making it impossible to snatch away, making it an iron wire. How it would be. So that ego, oh, when is he going to be released? How will he release himself from the actions he is doing? Similarly, one who is loving and running about and doing without ego, with absolute humility, humbleness, you will see, oh, where is he going to reach? So humble. He never feels he has done anything. No ego. So this makes large difference. Sri Ramakrishna used to say, be an instrument in the hand of God. Be an instrument in the hand of God. The wind blows that leaf wherever it lists. I am the machine and God is its operator. What that awareness, how it could be, how can we cultivate that in our life is most important part. And without waiting, we have to implement immediately in our life. At every step, Lord guide me, Lord guide me. I am instrument. You have to operate this instrument. Total subjection, total surrender, unconditional. Mr. Mukherjee and his friend left the room. Yam thought, according to Vedanta, all is like a dream. Are all these, the ego, the universe, and the living beings, unreal then? How Sri Ramakrishna is emphatically telling, be an instrument of God, give up the ego, I don't have ego. Is it all? According to Vedanta, this has no existence, it's a dream. And he's wondering, according to Vedanta, all is like a dream. Or are all these, the ego, the universe, and the living beings, unreal then? He is seeing exactly opposite. an enlightened soul. The incarnation making himself available to this world as a human being, as an ordinary being, as if in the world of bondage, making sadhana, realizing God, transcending the nature, experience the God in various aspects. Now he is telling how to be humble and get rid of ego. How to offer the body mind to God and be a silent witness. He is now exactly opposite things he is presenting. Here we see Sri Ramakrishna not only giving the ultimate truth. Ultimate truth is there is one and not many. You are seeing many just because you are identified with the body, separated from the body and put the body in the universe, back the part which you are removed. Then you will get the total weightage of the world. That tells the truth. You are taken out of a body and identifying yourself, you are seeing. A part is seeing the whole vast, and it sees look like a multifarious universe. You are seeing God as the multifarious. Just because you have taken away a small part and identified with it, and your part is seeing the whole. If you put back the bodily existence, you will see the whole as whole. There is one, not many. That how to live in this world is one part. How to attain that supreme knowledge of absolute unity, oneness, is the path he is showing. So, two aspects of our life are there. One is how to live in this world unstained, unaffected, and the other part is how to transcend this world and go beyond, to be one with the Absolute forever. Om Niranjanam Nityamanantarupam Bhaktanukampa Dhrutavigraham Vai Ishavataram Parameshamidhyam Tam Ramakrishnam Shirasa Namami.